Have you been playing Sims since its initial release? If so, you might be like me, who has basically a 10-year digital footprint of all the builds and Sims that I have made. And I thought, hey, what better thing to do than to renovate my oldest Sims build? So let's scroll down, shall we? These, as you can see, are some of the most recent builds that I have done. Some of these rooms are from back when I was regularly uploading, I think in like 2020-ish. And some of these builds are also from the same era. But as we scroll down, and we get skinnier and skinnier, you kind of realise that we're getting older and older. This might be one of the most oldest builds that I've made. Clearly when The Sims 4 Get to Work was first released. Does it even have lights? I don't think so. It's a good start. But as I scroll past the absolutely rogue Sims, we stumble across the oldest build that I have on the gallery, and this is from the 22nd of December. Sorry, 22nd there. The British within me was like, what is that date? 22nd of December, 2014. Literally, 2-3 months after the game had released. I don't know what this is. This is tragic, isn't it, really? What did I put? Basic Christmassy home with my family, but you won't get that. Just telling you how it is. Great family home, potential to add rooms onto it, and got a guest room which is green. Merry Christmas and comment. Okay, well, Merry Christmas and it's green. Okay, well, it's 100,000 simoleons here. Right, let's just place the lot in. I want to give you a little tour before I actually go and change it. I don't think I'm gonna change a bit, but I mean, the windows aren't even. Like, what was I actually thinking? I don't know. I mean, I was obsessed with a pool back then, but this might have to be reduced. I don't even have a back. There's different windows. Don't even have a back door. What the heck? It's very pink. This must have been when I was like in my pink phase. I've got a grown Christmas tree, fireplace. I mean, look at this. This is. Why are the doors? Is there meant to be 2 doors? Why didn't I just do 2 double doors? This bathroom is tragic. Oh my gosh. We've got a whole room dedicated just for a piano. And the kitchen, oh my god. Why is there another Christmas tree? Well, okay, great. And we've got a green table. Where are the stairs? Hang on. There's no stairs. Wait, hang on. Where am I getting up? Am I getting up? Oh. Hang on, what? Oh, so there's stairs going from this floor to this, but I don't know how we're getting to that floor. I clearly didn't think this through, did I really? We've got a main bedroom, I suppose. Why have we got a treadmill in the main bedroom? Don't know. Got a little reading nook, a desk in there. I mean, oh gosh, okay. We've got another room. Why are they so big? And then we've got the weird card table thing here. We've got no windows in this room. We've got no lights. We've got no lights. And then we've got the master bedroom, which is also a mess. What is this? Wait, the bathroom doesn't have a door on it. The bathroom doesn't have a door on it. Oh no. Okay, well that's tragic. I can't have played in this one. Okay, right. This needs I don't even know where to begin with it. I'm wondering whether I cheat and get rid of this 3rd floor, but either way, we need to get rid of it. We need to just be gone. Hello everybody, welcome to the time-lapse section of this video. So, yeah, I actually thoroughly enjoyed having a walk down memory lane, I'm not gonna lie. Some of my first builds were honestly so tragic, and obviously these were only the builds that I uploaded to the gallery. Although I will say, for a really, really long time, I never realised the gallery was, like, online. So I ended up clicking, you know that, like, button, like, you click to upload it to the online gallery? I just assumed that meant it was going to my library. So yeah, that's why there are some very random but do you know what? I don't want to sort it out because I kind of like the memory of it. Do you know what I mean? I kind of like the nostalgia of what I used to make and create, even if it is like this. But yeah, I can rest assure you that my other builds that I made around this time would probably be very much similar to this one. So I'm not gonna lie, I ended up changing quite a bit of this house because I wanted to keep the main structure the same, okay? But then I realised very quickly that this is just so big, like unbelievably big. And I was like, I just don't think I can, like, actually fill the space up without making it wasteful. So I was like, I'm just going to reduce it. So I did reduce it, and I ended up also creating a little like pull-out section, I guess. Pull-out section? I don't really know. I don't know. I thought it looked a bit too square. So I ended up doing a little section, but yeah, I don't know. So I kept the house base game because I thought, you know, that's what I started out with. But obviously, we've had a lot more base game updates since 2014. So I did use the windows and the doors from, like, I think the latest update. Well, not latest update, but like the latest one where they added the doors and the the windows. But yeah, I don't know. I was really not happy with the roof for a really long time. I spent ages on this roof trying to work it out. We all know roofs are not my strongest section anyway, but you know what? I think the end result actually came out really well. Like, I'm actually super happy with it, super impressed with it. For my standards anyway, that's what you gotta remember. Like, I'm not the best builder, but I do give it a go. Wow. We also had the gigantic pool. I used to be obsessed with adding pools in my houses because I don't know why, but obviously it's pretty typical if you don't live in the UK for our houses not to have pools, because realistically there is about 1 week of the year, maybe not even that, where a pool is like, maybe you would want a pool, okay? The rest of the year, there's kind of no point. It's too blooming cold. They are so much maintenance. So yeah, most of our houses don't have it. So I was obsessed with pools, like, as a teenager, and adding them to my builds, because it's almost like you kind of add the things you can't have. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's why we've got blooming an Olympic-sized swimming pool in the back of the garden. I did keep the pool, but I did size it down quite a bit because I was like, there's no need, Emma. There is no need. The thing is, the bit, I don't know whether the stairs actually did just delete, like, naturally throughout the years, I don't know, or whether it just didn't actually have stairs. I'm going to assume it just didn't have stairs, but honestly, I was like, huh? How are we even getting upstairs? Because I would have suspected that I would have played in the house. So how was I even playing in this house with absolute no stairs? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, this house is a very good example of, like, back in the early days of The Sims 4, you really had to, like, use your imagination when it came to building sometimes, because we kind of just didn't really have that many items to work with, so you kind of had to, you know, like I said, use your imagination a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would have been able to have made this back when I was 11. I was not that talented. Clearly, evidently, not that talented of a builder. But yeah, I don't think this one is too bad now. It's pretty good. Please do let me know, because I sped this time lapse up by quite a bit, because this was like 2 hours worth, I think, of footage. It took me so long to do. So yeah, if it's too quick, I apologise. I also didn't want this video to be like 10 hours long, but I do think in some places it might be a little quick. I don't know. Let me know. I always say this in my build videos, but yeah. I also spent a really long time as well trying to work out the layout of this house, because where I put the windows were a bit... I probably should have waited to have done the windows. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I probably should in this case, because I think the windows really threw me off for a loop. But yeah, I was really struggling with what sort of layout I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted a bit of an entryway going into the house. And yeah, I wasn't really sure, because obviously I'd made the hilarious comment of saying it's got a green bedroom. I did want to keep some green in there, but also I used a lot of pink in this house, so I did want to keep a bit of pink in there. So I kind of did make the house a lot of like pink green sort of vibes, which is really cute. I actually think they go together really well. Well, clearly, because obviously if you've seen like Wicked and that sort of thing, the pink and green has been popping off for the last few months now. But I actually do think as a colour combo it goes really nicely. I also love this colour of green. It's like it's a sage, yeah, sage green. Pink, do you know what? I'm not that big of a pink lover now. I feel like back when I made this house, I probably still had a pink bedroom, but I kind of very quickly, when I moved to high school, kind of went off pink and like preferred purple and more of the lilac colour. But then I actually went They're quite a dark shade of purple in my room, actually. And then nowadays, ironically, I do actually have, well, actually, if you've seen some of my commentary videos, you'd know, but I have, like, a dark, like, foresty green, I guess, maybe, which I love. So, love a bit of green. Anyway, I don't know what I'm rambling on about today, but there we go. I'm trying to think of, like, anything that there is to update you on in my life, but I'm pretty boring. I had a really stressful week, I'm not going to lie. I've been putting this voiceover off a little bit. One, because I want my voiceovers to be as up-to-date as possible, if that makes sense. So that it's not like, I don't know, I'm not telling you information that's, like, 4 weeks out of date. But also, I've just been, it's been a week. You know what? It's been a week. But I feel better going into this next week, I guess. I'm filming this on a Sunday. Don't normally film videos on a Sunday, I'm not gonna lie. I normally have the weekend anyways, rest day. Sometimes I film on a Saturday, but I was so busy yesterday. I was like, I have time to film this cheeky little voiceover. I also need to do all the thumbnails. Whenever I do YouTube videos, right, I always go through phases of the aspects that I like. So I go through phases of, like, really, really liking filming. Well, most of the time I really, really like filming, because if I didn't, then I just wouldn't film it. But I do go through phases of not always liking editing or making thumbnails. Like, sometimes I find it tedious, whereas at the minute I'm quite enjoying editing and finding the thumbnails a bit tedious. But a few months ago, it was like vice versa, where I was like not loving editing, but really enjoying making the thumbnails. So yeah, I always go through phases. The only good thing is with my thumbnails is that it doesn't take as long, I find, as editing a video. Like, editing a video normally takes a while, unless it's like a video like this where it's predominantly time lapses. But obviously today I had that non-time-lapse section at the beginning, so that needed to be edited. But yeah, all in all, why am I stuttering with my words today? I actually, like I said, I was procrastinating doing this voiceover, but I don't know why. I honestly do not know why. Yeah, I made the master bedroom, which is the one that we're doing right now, yellow. I think it's the only yellow room in the house. I think it's quite cute. I'm going to be brutally honest, I think I just forgot what's base game. Although now that I'm thinking about it, is that rug base game? I don't know that rug was base game. I don't know. I might have to go back and check that. Because I was about to say, other than that rug that I've just put in, this house would be base game. I don't know now, but I'm pretty sure it did come up as base game when I put it on my library. Who knows? Anyway, I actually did keep the bathrooms pretty pink. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to keep the theme up. I think, did I add a bath in? I'm pretty sure I did add a bath in later on, because I was like, I realised that I had put in like a toddler room, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna need a bath. I can't just have showers. Gonna need a bath. Yeah, this was a case of like, I just had so many bedrooms, and I almost didn't know what to do with it. I had that many bedrooms. Sometimes I find houses like this really overstimulating, which is why I like doing like starter homes where you might have like 1 to 2 bedrooms, or like maybe 3 at a push sort of thing. This one I think has 5 bedrooms, which feels like a lot, but yeah. I also do find that actually whenever I do like bigger houses like this that have 5 bedrooms, I do find it a bit easier to actually do base game. I had to stop the voiceover and then go back, because I was like, I don't know what I'm saying here. Yeah, so I actually do base game or like limited packs, because otherwise I almost find it a bit like overwhelming. I'm like, what should I do, etc, etc. But yeah, I didn't find it that bad. It wasn't that bad of the challenge today. It was pretty smooth, pretty good. The only thing I would say is there wasn't that many like paintings or wall decorations. Like, I don't know why for some reason in The Sims 4 paintings are so expensive. I don't know if anybody else thinks that, and I'm not even just the base game ones, like even the pack ones included. Like, paintings are so expensive and I don't really know why. Anyway, originally this house cost 100,000 simoleons, and I think it's because we had like the really bougie like refrigerator and stove and all the rest of it. I went very bougie, because back in the day, guys, I just used Motherload. Nowadays, I like to kind of like farm my money a bit more organically, but back in the day, I just used to add Motherload so much. So 100,000 was actually probably not too bad. But yeah, I think when I finished with it, I think when I went to go re-download it again, it was about 62,000. But that was with land, I think. So it's not too bad. It's still expensive. It's definitely not a cheap home. It's not a star home by any means. I think I'd struggle to do a 5-bedroom starter home. Kind of want to give it a go now that I've said that, but actually, do I? No, not really. I'd have to probably make it a bit smaller than what it is, because realistically, this is actually still quite a big house. Although I do feel like it's a playable big. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know when you go into some houses are just so big. Oh, there's an ice cream van. Sorry to not finish my sentences again. I just heard the little jingle. Does any other country do that, or is that quite a British thing? Where, like, you hear the ice cream man and he has this little jingle and he'll play that, and you can always go and get one. I mean, I want to point out, guys, normally ice cream men, or women, I should say, but ice cream man, there we go. Normally they only come when it's like sunny and warm. I want to point out today, for reference, it's very cloudy and overcast, and it's about 9 degrees, I think the top temperature is going to be. So we're not even 9 degrees Celsius, I should say, for my American viewers. Yeah, so I don't really know if anybody would go and get an ice cream. I have not had a Mr. Whippy, though, in so long. I actually, to go on a bit of a separate tangent for a second, where I used to go to school, there used to be an ice cream van that would park directly opposite, not opposite, but like directly outside the school. And I bet, in hindsight now that I'm older, I'm like, I bet the parents hated that, because obviously most of those kids would come out of school and be like, I want an ice cream. And my dad, to be fair, would also want an ice cream, so he would treat me, although not every day. We're talking like once a week, or maybe twice a week if it's like the summer, you know, and the weather was warm. But but yeah, I bet, but in hindsight, I really do bet that the parents hated it, because it kind of, it makes your kid be like, I want an ice cream, can I have an ice cream? And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna say no and look like a mean parent in front of all the other parents? Yeah. I mean, I think the ice cream man was very tactical with that one. I think they knew what they were doing there. I used to love it, though, I'm going to be honest. I haven't had like a Mr. Whippy sort of ice cream in a really long time. I feel like they used to be £1, and then I think they went up to £1.25, and then I think by the time I was leaving school, I think it was £1.50, or it might still have been £1.25. It was definitely around that sort of price anyway. Nowadays, I bet they're like £2, £2.50. I hope they're no more than that, because that would be ridiculous. Or at least in my area. It's probably more expensive by the seaside, but like, I'm not by the seaside. I wish I was, though. I sometimes get that itch to just go and like walk on a beach, but I can't do that. I don't live close enough to a beach. Oh, this is the weird bathroom layout. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I struggled, because I was like, I don't love the idea of all of it being on one side of the bathroom. I don't know, I feel like I did keep it as that, or did I change it? I don't know. I wasn't particularly happy with it, because I just don't like that idea that everything's all on the same thing, but it kind of is what it is, isn't it, to a degree. I actually really struggled with the layout of the upstairs, I'm not gonna lie, because it was just like a really odd, weird layout, and I think that's kind of why I added the little pull-out section, because I was like, otherwise I don't really know how to do the upstairs. I'm struggling. So that's why I did that. I want to say we have, is it 2 kids' rooms? Like 2 kids and then a teenager? Well, definitely a kid's room, a teenager room, and then I think a toddler room. Is that what I did upstairs? No, I feel like I must be missing a room then. I have no idea. Anyway, you'll see it all. You'll see it all in a minute. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I normally tell you guys what I was listening or watching whilst I built it, but I'm gonna be honest, I can't really remember. I think I was listening to a podcast. I've been really getting into listening. The rest is politics at the minute, which is, you would have guessed it, it's about politics. I normally am a big listener. The rest is history. I'm gonna be honest, love history. Big history nerd, so that makes sense. But yeah, I've been dabbling in the politics one as well, which is also really interesting. Kind of keeps you up to date with what's going on in the world, because sometimes I just find it overwhelming. But this does it in quite a nice way, I guess. But yeah, and what else? Was I don't really know. I've been kind of watching this YouTuber at the minute that focuses on like fashion and the kind of overconsumption, fast fashion sort of thing, which I find really interesting. I actually think I was watching quite a lot of Sims 3 videos, actually, now that I'm thinking back to it. I've been watching a lot of, I want to say his channel is Ryan Plays Sims, but I could be wrong. He does a lot of the Sims 3, and yeah, I've been watching a lot of his videos as of late, which is really cool. I don't know whether I'm kind of low-key getting the itch to play The Sims 3 again, but I also struggle with The Sims 3 because I'm like, I don't know what challenges to do in The Sims 3. Not because there's not many options, there's like almost too many options. Yeah, my brother has just decided to hoover up right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I'm hoping you guys can't, but if you can, I have to apologise. This honestly sums up my family, to be fair. Anytime I'm doing something at the minute, like I was having a shower the other day, my dad goes and starts running the water to clean his bathroom, I think it was, or something. And I'm like, could it not have waited 5 minutes? Like, I'm in the shower, please. But yeah, it's not even worth the hassle of arguing today. And it's a Sunday, it's a rest day, and you know what? It's a day of peace, guys. It's a day of tranquility. No, I used to love Sundays. Like, when I was at school, I used to love a Sunday because it was like my admin reset day. Like, I don't know, I don't know what I used to do actually on a Sunday. I'm trying to think now. I just used to like get on with my homework and, I don't know, make sure I was like all set up for the week. I used to just like it. I just liked it as a reset day. But now that I'm like older, I kind of struggled a bit when I was at uni with a Sunday because I would be working, so like it took up most of my Sunday. Now that I don't work on the weekends, I still don't really know what to do with it. It's like weird, but I do normally treat Sunday as my rest day a little bit from the universe. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm kind of itching for a nap later, and I don't normally nap, but I had a really restless sleep last night, and I had a really weird dream too. Like, so honestly, so weird. I don't know why I keep getting really weird dreams at the minute, but I do. Anyway, we're kind of coming near the end of this video. Please let me know if you want me to renovate any of my other builds, because obviously I do have that bakery, which I'm kind of itching to renovate. And then there's also a starter home, which looks interesting to do. So there's definitely potential for at least another couple of videos of me trying to renovate my old builds. And also it's really cool to try and expand my building skills as well. So it's always a bit of a challenge, and I like that. I like that I can kind of experiment a bit more with building, and also it kind of proves to me that I'm not as bad as a builder as I used to be. Anyway, I did add the hedges around the fences just because I thought it made it look better. I don't know whether it did, but I think it did a little bit. Made it look a little less empty, I think. But yeah, I thought all in all it was a really cute build. Please be sure to go and leave a like, and go subscribe if you haven't already. Go leave a lovely comment. I do eventually reply back to all of them. It might take me a little while, or sometimes it won't. I mean, I don't know. It normally depends when I see it, but yeah, I hope you guys have all enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you all next time. I should just quickly say, I think this is uploaded on the gallery if you do want to go and download it for yourself. Like I said, it should be all base game, hopefully. All of my things are in the description down below, as always. But yeah, I'm basically trying to fill up time, guys, until it's done for me to say bye. But I do really hope you guys are doing okay out there. I hope everybody's enjoyed the new pack if you have it. I still obviously don't have the pack yet, but I've weirdly not really seen much videos around it. I think it's just because I've not really clicked on it. But yeah, if you are enjoying the pack, let me know what you guys are enjoying the most. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.